What's up, everybody? Matt Gajewski here, back again with the Odd Shopper channel. Today, we're talking some college basketball bets ahead of Wednesday, January the 17th. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all other content goes live. We're also brought to you by BetMGM. New users can click the link in the video description below, make a deposit of $5, and you will get $158 in the form of bonus bets when you turn that $5 into any $5 wager. Doesn't matter if it wins or loses. You can pick any game, any market, and you will automatically get those in bonus bets. It's available to everybody where BetMGM is live, except for New York, Puerto Rico, and Nevada. You can download the BetMGM Sportsbook app and then take advantage of that. The link is in the video description below. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 or older to play in most states. All right, so we're back for another day of college basketball, day 2 of the videos. Yesterday was little 2-in-1 action. Hit the connect prop. Wake Forest ended up blowing a massive lead to NC State. Almost all their starters fouled out. Actually fell asleep during the game when Wake Forest was up by double digits, only to find out they lose the game by double digits. Weird, and then the over hit in the last game. So sitting at 2-1 from yesterday, just for a quick recap. Today, we're going to do 2 bets. It's a bit of a weird slate, some blowouts mixed in with some semi-non-competitive spots. It's a tough betting day. Still a couple that I added to the card. First up, we've got Tulane traveling to UAB. This is one where, honestly, I was interested in this as a pick'em last night, and then the line is moved in favor of UAB, which was very strange to me. Tulane is just clearly the better team really across the board. Offensive efficiency, they're 48th. UAB is 108th. Defense, Tulane is 239th. UAB is 307th. The one stark advantage UAB does have is through their size. And it's not just on the glass where you can see they're out rebounding Tulane in terms of ranking 64 to 313, but that is reflected in effective height. You have Tulane coming in at 308th. Tulane comes in at 101st, but this is a mismatch that generally works against Tulane in a lot of their matchups. They're just not the biggest team. You kind of have Kevin Cross, who's a 6'8" big, functioning as their 5 most of the time. But Tulane's style of play is really fast. They're 16th in pace. That's going to clash with UAB's, who's 183rd in pace. And they win through that pace. They try to get people in space, win with their athleticism, which they definitely have. This is a hyper-athletic team. And when you just look across the board at like Bayesian performance rating for all these players, I mean, they have so many ways they can win. It's not just Cross, who, funny enough, he's 6'8" and he plays a lot at the 5 position, but over the last 5 games, he's also run point 67% of the time. You have Jalen Forbes, who's 6'5", largely playing your 2 and your 3. Sion James, 6'6", playing your 3 and your 4. There's a lot of size throughout the lineup that's not just outright a 7-footer that plays the 5 every single play. And I like the athletes this team has. Should match up pretty well against a UAB team who struggled a lot on defense. They've got Eric Gaines. You've got Javian Davis. Outside of that, I don't think you really have a lot for this team. So we'll take the points with Tulane. I see 3s out there. Grab those if you can. Otherwise, 2.5 should be completely fine. Going to our second game. This happened last time too. There. What the heck? That changed on the screen? No, of course it didn't. All right. Nebraska Rutgers. This lagged yesterday. I don't know why it lagged again today. Have to dive in on the back end, figure out why. Anyway, in this game, we have a total of 142, which I'm looking at the under on. First of all, you have a team in Rutgers who can't score, the 291st in overall offensive efficiency. Nebraska is 106th in defensive efficiency, which is pretty solid here. But you look into how these two rosters are composed. Rutgers largely wins through their inside, and use the word wins lightly here. They haven't been doing a lot of that. But as far as the strength of their team, you've got Andre Hyatt, you have Cliff Omarori, and you have Mawat Mag, who came back from injury earlier this season. It's a lot of size. Cliff is 6'11", Mawat Mag is 6'7", and then Hyatt is 6'6". So that's where they win, but they still haven't been efficient inside either. And then it's not like Nebraska has any shortage of size inside with Rink Mass, Juwan Gary, Josiah Alec. They're a very big team inside too, which actually should defend Rutgers fairly well inside. But then you look at Nebraska on offense, it's 27th overall in terms of efficiency. They'll be clashing with the 6th ranked Rutgers defense. They'll be doing so at Rutgers, which is notoriously one of the most difficult places to play in the country. And we just mentioned it. Those matchups that will be tough for Rutgers to exploit inside, it's almost the same thing when you look at Rink Mask and Juwan Gary playing on the interior against this Rutgers front court. So this is going to be challenging for both teams. Rebounding favors Nebraska. I'm not really reading too much into this. Mwat Mag missed a lot of time early in the year. Getting a 6'7" four-player back should be very helpful for this team. So you've got strength on strength, weakness on weakness for both of these teams, which lends itself to the other. But then neither of these teams are particularly fast. Nebraska is 136th in adjusted tempo. Rutgers is even slower, 178th. They're the home team. Should have a lot more ease controlling this pace. So to me, this sets up towards the under. Another one that's moving away from my initial inclination a little bit. Saw this up at 142.5 in some spots. I would happily take the under on that, but comfortable with a 142 if that's where it ends up as well. And yeah, that'll do it for us today. Let me know what you guys think. Always willing to adjust these. Hoping to get more picks when the slates are a little bigger and we've got a little more information on these teams. But until then, good luck. We'll see you guys next time.